And I think we are on. Hello. Hey, we missed that part when she just said that. But hello, everybody. Welcome. We are back. We are back. Season 5.
Tami's here.
And Tami's here. The whole beautiful mini spotlight.
Families reunited.
And we are reunited, and it feels so good. As you see, Tami, Goveia, Amanda, Russ. Hello. Hello, ladies.
Hi, guys.
Hello, hello.
We are going to let people come in. So the chat is up. The water is fine. I'm gonna do all the church and now everything first as you guys are coming in. I know you guys want to watch. I want to talk about this. You guys have been waiting for us to come back. Yeah, you guys are coming in. So first, this is the season 5 premiere Bone Beauty Mini Spotlight. I started this because of the bold breakdown on AfterBuzz TV, which is dead, folks. Only a name only. Stop going over there.
Did you hear about AfterBuzz?
Dead. Yeah, exactly. It is. They just a name only. They have no new programming. Somebody there was like, "What happened?" Like, there's no new programming. Come here for your bold and beautiful goodness. It's all here. Or go to her, Amanda, for the Bold and Beautiful podcast, which you said you're recording today, right?
Tomorrow.
Hey, sorry, tomorrow.
I gotta do belly dance today, and then
that's right.
Tomorrow.
That's right. Sorry, tomorrow. So come to us's for your bold, beautiful stuff. So that's going on there. So, but we're here. The soap block is back. Early just did Y&R. You can check it's out now. You can check that out in our craziest there at 1 o'clock at our new time, folks. Stop asking me. It is the new time. I've said it 20 times the last week or so. New time, General Hospital Mini Spotlight, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 1 o'clock.
What time is it on? What time?
A las 1:30. Okay, it's 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Time. So, folks, please. So me and Frank Brown, we talk about that. And for one day today, after 2 years not being on the show, I'll be on Dish and Days with my chocolate twin. The place that me and Tami got started, I'll be on their channel at 3 p.m. It's also almost my 7-year anniversary of doing this, actually. I started 7 years ago, early February. Wow. They asked me to come on, and I was not even with Tony. I was with Mark J. Freeman and Peter Ramos, the original host. They had me come on. I hosted my first ever on-camera show. You know what I was doing. So because of them, I'm here today. So I just want to say that's
Tony's fault.
It's all it's actually it wasn't Tony. Tony didn't meet me. It was actually all Mark J. It was all Mark J.
Freeman. It was Mark J. Freeman's fault.
And then Tony kept me.
Because he's the one that such a small world.
Very small world.
Oh my God.
My boyfriend, and it was a whole big thing.
Yeah.
So I came in through that. So and then I met Tami years later on there too. I was one of her first starts on the AfterBuzz TV stuff. So there you go. She's down Bowl, and she came on Bowl Breakdown, and here we are. So,
and then I stalked James,
and she stalked me because she knew me from that. Also, I started her podcast. I came to you and said, "Come on the show once," and then she never left. So we love her. Over here. So yes, I collect people. And so I want to do that. Now, also, if you watched Bone Beautiful Rewind, it's also a new episode out too. And we're talking about recasts and how you feel about that. Just about everybody's a recast, just about. So I talk about that whole situation because over the time we were gone, you hear all kinds of Krista Allen and everything. So we're going to talk all that on this show today. But I talk about recasts on that show, and that's my audio only. You go there and do that. Also, we had some people we lost. A lot of people we lost over the holiday. My friend Greg Marino died on Christmas Day. My fourth friend in 6 months of a certain group of mine. So I'm holding on to my friends tightly now. There's only 4 of us left of that group after 9 of us were there. So hold on to your friends. Also, we had a lot of famous people go. But I'm going to name a few that just kind of, just kind of. We had Sidney Poitier, which is one of my idols, pass. We had Bob Saget pass. Louis Anderson. We also had, and then on this show, it's very particular. Betty White played Ann Douglas. She played Stephanie's mother very well. It was a very dramatic role. And Betty White, of course, was a national treasure just national treasure. And it's funny, on her death, no one has said anything bad about her. No one, nothing. There's even more stuff coming out about how she helped a Black person come on her show in the 50s, and they canceled the show afterwards. So it was very interesting. It was a very interesting thing. She was fighting for rights back then, and of course, animal advocacy, of course, and all that. But she played Ann Douglas, and she was really good. actually on this. She was very good on this show. So we'll give replay her. And I would do a special mention to someone who was part of my life as a preteen and teenager in the 80s, Meatloaf. Meatloaf passed away. Unfortunately, he was an anti-vaxxer, and he died of COVID. But I will tell you, doesn't diminish. He was in Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is one of my things that I grew up with. He's also in Spice Girls. But he's a whole total actor. But also he had the songs. And last year, Jen Steinman, who wrote most of his songs, passed away. So hopefully they're reunited, singing together. But songs like Paradise by Dashboard Light, I Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That. 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad. And my favorite, took the words right out of my mouth. All those songs are just like the longest titles on earth. I love those songs. He had an amazing voice, amazing background singers, amazing vocalists. And I'm just sad it's another one taken out. So but for me, it's an important part of my childhood. I feel like it's just chipped away. So I just want to mention, all the Golden Girls are back together. Isn't that crazy? She was the oldest and was the last. Kind of goes to show, like my aunt always says, the person who's younger doesn't always last the longest. So a person who's oldest always goes first. And so literally she was the oldest and almost made it to 100, but she said, nope, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. I'm going now. That's right, Betty. So I just want to mention all that. We celebrated Christmas, we celebrated New Year's, we're celebrating COVID, the Omicron, Opticon, whatever that variant. Everybody in my family has it. I've been scared by it. I have not left my house since December 23rd because I had scares by it. People I was close to it and I didn't get it so far. Couldn't see my family or friends, missed my daughter's birthdays, everything, all this stuff was crazy. And I already asked Amanda how her time was. She had s'mores and drinks. How was yours? You were moving and you were doing all kinds of stuff too, Tami. What were you doing?
Yeah, it was a crazy holiday. On top of moving, my mother-in-law passed away. So there was a whole, that situation. We're officially in the house and now just unpacking boxes. I was saying to James, as I was setting this new configuration up, I realized, where's my microphone? Oh, okay, it's in a box somewhere. So relying on the laptop for sound, but.
So now, is that room going to be your room where you'll be?
Yeah. So this bedroom is going to be guest room / my office. Yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think. Right now it's just bare walls and little bamboo boy back here.
Yes, I like him. I like him. Everybody's saying they're sending sympathies to you, Tami. They're sending your sympathies to you.
You.
Yes, it's a tough world right now out there. That's why we have our Bold and the Beautiful. We have our time to talk about this once a week.
Yes.
I know
no COVID. So that's
Thank God.
But we've been playing it conservative. To your point, James, just choosing what we're going to do and who we're going to see, and just being conservative.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good word for it. That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
I like that, conservative. And thank you everybody who's watching right now. Now we will go into the Bold and the Beautiful. And so I'm going to start off with, I know we're going to start some of your tea kids. I couldn't find my mug, so I'm drinking out my KTL fog because it is LA. It is all LA. So, you're in LA. I'm starting with this one first. Because there's so many things I can start. We haven't been on the show for so long. And Lawrence, I don't know if you're watching this, it's not you because we love you very much. You know that. I don't see chemistry between Carter and Paris. Why are they pushing them in our face? And that couch is now the new vortex. There's another vortex now, you guys. It's Carter's couch.
Right.
He's on his couch. You're going to make out at some point. So that's kind of, you're going to get my couch. That's it. You're going to go right into his lips, and that's it. So what are your feelings with this whole thing that she turned down Zende, wants to stay single, kind of ready to mingle, but she's developing feelings for Carter. And her mother's in town, and that's all that going on to you. What do we feel, kids?
Okay, so I'm going to experiment really quick. I'm going to attempt to mute.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this.
No, we can't hear you now.
You're muted. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's how we felt, Tami. Amanda, how did you feel?
I better never, ever, ever hear Carter say ever again that Zende betrayed him and went behind his back. You know what? Better not say it again, Lawrence. You better not say it again. You know why? Because he did the same thing. He could have texted his friend, hey, heads up. I just heard her say she doesn't want to be serious, or like give your friend the heads up. Oh, no. He gives Paris the heads up.
Everybody's like, Tami saying that's funny. We're cutting it out as a thing for later. Yes, so the canonization of, I call it, of Paris as Saint Paris.
And Carter, what are you doing?
Lawrence,
Carter.
Lawrence, I'm speaking to you, Lawrence. You're a writer. Okay, you need to use your voice because people respect you on the show as a writer.
They do.
And tell them enough. The audience gets how special Paris is. Okay? We get how amazing she is. Okay? We get it.
Got it. And we get Carter's irresistible.
Oh no, we get that.
No.
Oh no, we get that.
We know.
Oh yeah, we get that.
He cannot fall in love with somebody every 2 minutes.
Yes.
Like that's woo!
Carter's
It makes me
in love with,
crazy.
here it is. Carter's in love with the idea of being in love. But where's Katie? Where's Katie and Carter?
That's what I was wanting to know.
Exactly.
And you know what? I want to just go. I want come here, Zende. Come here, buddy. I just want to give him a big hug.
Yeah,
and be like, you can just come hang out with us, buddy.
Poor Zende. He get a short end of the stick every time. I'm like, that is not fair. We like him. That's not fair at all. He's a Forrester. God bless America. What is wrong with you people?
And what is Paris's problem? That man has been nothing but a gentleman to her.
She has Zoe syndrome. All these girls cannot be satisfied, apparently. They get these good-ass men and can't be satisfied. I'm trying to get one, and they get several on the show, and they want to offer them the world on a platter.
Okay, to play devil's advocate, I'm actually all for, I want to be single, I want to be free, I want to play the field. Terrific. But to your point, James, there's nothing, there's no chemistry between Carter and Paris. There's nothing.
She seems a little young for him. And see, now they brought on his mother, Miss Cassandra Creech, who I love, from As the World Turns. I see something with them a little bit more. There's already she's kind of giving him a side eye already. So I'm kind of, okay, there's something there. Because she was like, sorry for my ex-husband doing what he did to you. I was like, okay, girl. I kind of chuckled on that one. But I feel like when he goes, oh, so I finally get to meet you. I was like, oh, that's right, girl. Give a little side eye to him. That's fine. But I'm like, they just I don't mind him being a mentor to her or a friend like Paris. I mean, I have no problem with that part. They have friendship. Okay, fine. But I just feel like he's with somebody who's more his age group, so to speak. Like I said, Katie is right there. Or Zochik, I'll take either one of those two. But I get that. Go to Devil's Advocate world. I get that Carter is like a kid in the candy. He's been, Homegirl Quarter unleashed him apparently. And now he just swinging dicks everywhere. Just like, I'm going to go here. I'm going to direction. Like a Geiger counter. He's like, I'm finding, woman over here. Woman over there. Just swinging them around everywhere.
It's true.
I was like, I mean, yes, we get it. He's hot. No, we don't get it. He's hot. We get it.
If Paris is so perfect,
Yes.
She's perfection. She's an angel from heaven. Why isn't she being honest? Whenever he said he was going to go out, when Zende said he was going to go out with the model, oh, she felt some kind of way about that. And she was like, oh, I don't care. But she did. And it's like, oh, why? What are you doing? She's playing with him. I don't like that. Like,
Sequoia.
be honest.
Her name is Sequoia. I was like, okay, all these names, Sequoia, Paris. Like, okay, get some fun names. You know, and it's just, for me, it's. She turned down Thomas. She turned down basically Zende, so to speak. But she wants to keep him around. But she's kind of like, so it's not the Forrester day, apparently, guys. She's not one of them.
Surprised me because I figured, like Zoe, Forrester was the end game.
Right. Exactly.
So fine. The writers did a twist there.
Yep.
But
yeah.
I agree. I
no.
don't think the chemistry is right.
No.
And they changed their mind about Katie. They decided they're doing something else. We don't know yet, but they changed because it's like that. Nope, we're not doing this now.
and we know that they're not afraid to interracial relationships. They've done them on the show before. Clearly, Quarter was interracial. They showed them doing everything all the time. They had it in our faces. They were like, there was no cutaways.
Up against the wall.
Oh yeah, everything. They were bad 3 or 4 times. We saw abs. We saw everything. They didn't shy away from that. They didn't. So we know they could do that. So that's not I don't think that's the reason. But is it? I don't know why. But I don't know what the reason is why they're not putting with him and Katie. They started building that up. So I'm like, I don't.
Because they're probably gonna put her back with Bill.
Oh.
Or they're gonna put Brooke with Bill so Katie can be devastated again.
Oh, Brooke's too busy right now. Okay, so let's go on to that story because I'm getting mad at this one. Let's go on to the next story because we got Brooke, who I wrote this to Catherine Kelly Lang. She liked it and retweeted it. Catherine Kelly Lang is playing a mess so well. She is a mess. Girl is a mess. I saw Grandma kissing Santa Claus, and I gotta tell you, Douglas had me laughing. You know he wanted to say, "No, bitches, I know what I saw. I'm not crazy, and I know what I saw. Stop asking me 10 times if I'm sure what I saw if I'm singing the song." I'm like, Douglas, tell them. He was like, "No, I'm not lying, you stupid bitches. I'm telling you, I saw Brooke Grandma kissing somebody else."
He did.
Come on. He did. He was like, I'm not lying. He's like, I'm not lying. Should it be?
You sure it wasn't Christmas Eve?
No, he's like,
Sure
no.
it wasn't Christmas Eve?
I get things mixed up all the time. He's like, I'm not mixed up, you stupid grown-ass bitches. I'm telling you that the Grandma Brooke was kissing somebody. And a Santa hat. Made me laugh. So anyway, they went there and made her drink. Well, Sheila made her drink. And poor Sheila, did it happen? 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 She has no idea if her worked or not. And she is freaking out because she wants to know if it worked.
I love that scene between her and
Taylor.
Woo! Playing Taylor or trying to extract information. And Taylor's just got that look in her eye going, girl, I know what you're up to.
Mm-hmm.
I know I want to believe you, but I'm going to be real. Still assessing the situation.
I think Chris is doing a great job with that because Sheila keeps going to her like, thank you so much. But Sheila got a little crazy eye still going in there. She ain't hiding to it. And Taylor's like,
Toward the end, Sheila goofed. Brooke,
yeah. She did. She got too intense.
But
Taylor was too intense.
Yeah. But Taylor's in love with Ridge. So Taylor, some of the things that Sheila said did hit her. You can tell it did go, like, but she tried to let Sheila know that though. She's trying to kind of hold it like, I don't want you to know that, but yeah, what you're saying kind of does hit about Brooke. So she went and saw Brooke. Offered her help.
No. Okay. Let's clarify something here, people. Okay. She did not go over there to help Brooke. They're besties. No. Her and Steffi and Thomas, it's killing them because Ridge won't tell them what's going on.
Professional. Taylor is a professional. She went over to the house to offer her professional advice.
She didn't. She went to get the tea. She went to get the gossip, Tami, and no one would tell her. And she was like, dang it.
Went to get the tea and look for the vodka.
That's right. I mean, okay, so let's just break it down for a second. Are you shocked that she actually did drink? Then she ended up kissing Deacon. The show actually said it. We'll go there. I was kind of surprised it went that fast. I was shocked that it went that fast.
Am I shocked that she drank? I mean, she drank because of Sheila.
Right. I'm saying that they actually had her do it. Like, I mean, it could be one of those things where she didn't drink it. It was the wrong bottle. Right. Sheila gets pissed. I'm just like, they actually went and they went there. They went there fully.
Well, I'm thankful that they didn't sleep together.
Me too.
That would have been a really wrong move on so many levels. So, once again, it really pisses me off that Brooke feels she needs to jump through hoops in order for Ridge to love her. She needs to be perfect, and if she's not, Ridge will leave her. She drank. Okay, and when it comes out, it was Sheila's fault, even more so. But even if it wasn't, okay, right. She picked up. Okay, she kissed Deacon.
Right. But here's the thing, Tami.
You almost freaking married Shauna?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I thought of you, Tami, though. When Deacon was talking to her, expressing his love, which I thought like they went that far too. I was like, oh, okay. But Tami said this, and Catherine Lang loved it. Brooke likes to when a man does to slather it on. When a man, she loved it. Brooke loved every minute of it, drunk or not drunk. She was slathering it on, girl, like you always say. She was taking it. I thought of you the whole time, that whole scene. I was like, that's what Tami's talking about. And she said later to Hope, we were having fun. Yeah. She said that we were having fun. You're right, Tami. She was slathering it on. Somebody's giving her a time. How beautiful she is. Brooke can't help that, right? She can't help. Drunk or not drunk, she couldn't help it.
Ridge is the same way. He was like that. He was just pouring that Shauna lotion all over. Yeah. Shauna brand all over. He loves it. And Taylor.
If you're not stroking Ridge, you're out.
He doesn't put his foot down either. So he doesn't say, Taylor, I'm in love with Brooke, period. Done. Not gonna happen.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Yeah. He was like, I shouldn't tell you all this stuff. And he hugged her on Friday. Just brought her into a long hug.
See, I'm mad. I'm furious because I did not want her to come back and be pining over Ridge. I'm pissed about that. I'm pissed because I feel like Brooke has grown. And now this just puts her right back to 20 years ago.
You think Brooke is grown? You think Brooke's grown? What?
Yes. And
she was kissing Bill.
They went too far.
So would you. What's the big deal?
I would kiss Bill. That's another story too. I mean, I'm another story. But I'm just saying, I'm like, I don't think Brooke is grown. I'm not stroking. Yeah, that's what Tami said, stroking. But then they both like their egos massage. We'll say it that way. But go ahead, Brandon.
I was just gonna. What made me mad? They just went too far. Like when he grabbed her face, she already said 50 times, "I don't feel that way."
Right.
I don't feel that way. He grabbed her arm, he grabbed her face, and he force kissed her. Now you went too far. I'm going straight to Ridge, and I'm saying, when I was drunk, Deacon came back in to get his phone and he kissed me and I was like, oh. And then I went to bed. I thought he left because I was drunk. I went to bed, woke up. There he was, freaked out. Didn't want to tell you. He just tried to kiss me again. Go get him. I would turn that story. Like I would have told him the truth. My version of the truth.
But see, Brooke doesn't like Taylor being around either. And remember, brought over the winter break when we had our break, she brought him to here's Britt, here's Taylor back in town over there. And Hope, were you guys shocked how Hope all of a sudden was trying to tell Steffi and Taylor what to do with their lives. Like, excuse me, don't interfere. I'm like, and they were like, they both were like, excuse me, bitch. They're like, who's this blonde bitch coming here and tell me what we're gonna do? And they both, and Steffi gave it back as good as she got too. So it was like, oh well, no. I'm like, I like my family and blah blah blah. I'm like, that was a cat fight I didn't expect because it wasn't really about them two. It was about their parents.
Steffi has memory loss. That's what Steffi has, okay? Steffi sits there and says this and that and this and that. Girl, both of your kids, you didn't know who the dad was. Shut it, okay? Shut it.
And I don't
All
ever
right?
hear from her mouth, let's learn from our parents' mistake.
Thank you.
We're all one big, wonderful family. And for the sake of our children, let's move forward, as a collective family. No, never, ever, ever again. So remember when Eric had the secret?
Yes.
And Quinn was trying really hard to keep the secret. And Brooke and Ridge were like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Back off already, like back off. So the scenes with Steffi and Matt Thomas.
Oh my, that was infuriating.
Constantly, what's going on? We know something's going on. Where is she? She's not here in the office. What's wrong? You can't even.
She's horrible.
Without.
She's disgusting. She's horrible. Why are you married to her?
But
You need to be
what?
with our mom.
Here's the thing. I felt like that's what he get. You running around town thinking you're St. Ridge and you're in everybody's business.
Yeah.
Like you said, hammering. And that's what you get now. The kids are turning on him going, what's going on? She's not good. She's good. I'm good for them. Like, screw him.
Well,
I
I
like
love it.
that though. They act like little kids. Are you two? You're a grown-ass woman. You got a husband and a baby. Why are you crying? Your parents need to be together. They sound like they're 2 years old. Like, what is... Stop.
Because they never because nothing has ever been reconciled in that family. This is a whole illusion. This is how I look at it. I look at it as there were the blondes and the brunettes. That's just two families that risk of going back and forth. It's never been reconciled. So now it's all coming out. It's all coming out. And I think that's what's going on. To me, that's what's going on.
It was hysterical when Brooke confided with Hope about it, and Brooke lost it. She says to Hope, I just know Steffi and Taylor are just waiting on the sideline for it to explode so their big little family can get back together again.
Yeah.
I was laughing
Me
out
too.
loud.
And she's right.
She's right.
She's right.
She's right. She's right.
I wanted Taylor to come back and be like her old self and run into Deacon and they start talking and they hook up, or run into Bill and she's so sorry about shooting him. And then, or they hook up. Like, why does Steffi and Taylor, why is it okay with them to be somebody's second choice? Because that would never be okay with me.
Okay, didn't work here. Yes, it is just a show. I'm like, okay, bring it to us. Like when Matt told you, it's a soap opera. This is how it goes. We're having fun with this. Literally, when I watch the show, my life does go on after the show goes off. I don't like thinking about this forever. I'm not thinking about Brooke and Ridge, but I don't need your comment talking about it's just a show, guys. Like that's unnecessary. That's an unnecessary comment. We're having fun talking about the show. Literally, life goes on. My life isn't. We don't dream about this shit afterward. We're not watching the show.
I know. I gotta go do
comment,
stupid belly dancing after that.
Right, exactly. She has real life problems. She just moved. I have people die in my life.
I gotta go put some real shirts on.
Exactly. We know.
Tammy's got to find her mic, her picture frame.
Exactly. We know it's just a show. We're having fun. I'm like, we don't need that comment.
Oh, God almighty.
Hey, we're back, I guess. We're back. People are bitching. I love it. We're back.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm worked up today.
Me too. I'm worked up also. I'm like, because it's about our show. We're worked up about the show. Yes. But yes. Anyway, let's get back to what we're saying. But yes, there's a lot of moving parts, which I kind of like. It really is an umbrella story. So I just want to ask you guys, how are you feeling about Krista Allen? How are you feeling about her taking over the role of Taylor? Because I think for one of you, it's Taylor is new for you, or you both know Taylor's character. I can't remember how long you each watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know. So what are your thoughts?
You want me to go, Tami? Oh, I love her so far.
Yeah.
I think she's doing really, really good. It's hard to be thrown in with that much history, and especially trying to play off of KKL. Are you kidding me? Like, I would be so intimidated, but I think she's doing really good.
Yeah. Tami?
Yeah, no, I think Krista is killing it. She's great. I love Krista comes as an actress, she comes from such a organic place. There's not one false moment with her. I mean, cast in general, there's no.
Yeah, they're all,
You know, her moving into that role just seems seamless, I guess is what the point is. It's very seamless.
It is.
We are all aware of the wig. So.
Yeah, everybody get over the wig, folks. She told us.
She's working on it.
Yeah.
But they have a good budget. Just get a better one. Because it literally like covers her eyes. Like
they say it's gonna get better and better. Like she literally got thrown into the role.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think her natural hair was or her own hair was blonde, wasn't it?
Yeah, and short and very short.
Yeah, and short. So yeah, they give her a break.
Yeah. That's what it is. So folks, get off the wig. She already talked about the wig. There's actually been some funny things about the wig.
Go with her hair. Why can't they just go with her hair?
They didn't want to go. They didn't want to go. That was their choice. They didn't want to.
Taylor's 45-year-old haircut.
I know. That's what I was going to say. Like,
haircut and color.
Well, I was going to say, that's a good point, actually, Tami. I was going to say, because when I talked to her about it, I was like, they could have just said, because she's been gone for a while, she came back and has a new look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, but I think they wanted to really accentuate, because it's a recast. It's always hard.
Yeah.
They really wanted to make her look like Steffi and
something familiar.
I almost said Matt also. Steffi and Thomas.
Yeah.
They really wanted to accentuate that they're all. I tell you, it's the brunettes versus the blondes. That's how it's always been. So I think that's what they're trying to do. I think, but yeah. So her real hair, it's coming, you guys. It's coming. It's coming. But to put to Amanda's point, she was thrown into a very heavy storyline. I mean, just thrown in.
Yeah.
So and I agree. And here's one thing that I want to bring up that I am not. Oh, high-fiving Tami. One thing I didn't like during the Christmas break was Douglas did not spend any on-screen time with his father. That was weird. He was all with the Forresters, and I was with Taylor and them going, he's not a Logan. You know, he should be with us also. But they didn't show him on both sides. That was kind of weird. They had him on, but he was totally on the Forrester stuff, but nothing with their family. It was kind of weird. So I didn't care.
You know, I was thinking that too. I remember he is actually related to Liam too. So I can.
Oh yeah, so that's right. He's a Spencer.
Yeah, so I could see like spending time with both would make sense. But yeah. I agree. I don't think Hope should have him 24/7.
Yeah, I forgot. He's a Spencer also. That's right, because of Caroline Spencer. They're cousins. Actually him and Liam are cousins. Actually.
Yeah.
Like second cousins. So, but I like their relationship. It's kind of fun the way he talks. I think it's kind of fun. The kid is great. The kid is just great.
Oh, he's so adorable. I can't handle it.
You're right. We have not seen any Douglas with Grandma Taylor. We have not.
Well, that's probably coming because she's been saying little comments that I think she's gonna talk Thomas into fighting Hope for custody. I think that's gonna happen.
Now I want to ask you guys. While we were gone, Sheila was invited over by Taylor and held her grandbaby. How do you feel about that?
I can't wait to hear what Tami has to say about that. Because Tami always says, you give her an inch.
Yes, because Steffi's pissed still about that now. She's pissed, but she followed her mother's advice. And is her mother right? I mean, I want Tami to speak on all of this. What do you feel about that whole
I don't want to talk about it. What I do want to talk about is Kimberly has been given soliloquies. Sheila is in her hotel room feeling these monologues, like pages of monologues.
Yes, I know.
Timberland giving it up, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, that's hard. Pages of monologues.
All by herself. She's
All
in
by
there.
herself. She's just
What
spinning her brain.
happened on New Year's
They occasionally let her out, Tami, to Il Giordano to bother Deacon every once in a while.
She loves her ass Deacon. I love it. I wish they would have put them two together, even for just a little while, because they are hilarious together.
They are hysterical. When he's mopping that floor at the restaurant and she comes in, I was howling.
They have the best. I mean, they do have the best banter. I think everybody agrees. They have the best. They write the best stuff with them. And in fact, I know they're friends in real life. It makes me laugh when they. I never thought Sheila and Deacon would be hilarious. Like I want a sitcom with them. They're like hilarious. Like I never thought that, but they are.
When Sheila says to him, "You're saying you don't have time to see Brooke and Hope, but you have too much time to mop floors. Like, taking up all your time. What do you mean you don't have time?"
What happened on New Year's Eve? What happened?
Yeah,
and he's like, "Leave me alone." He's like, "Nothing happened. Leave me alone."
She wants to tease so bad.
Oh,
she wants to know. She wants to know. Then it's kind of funny because that's kind of funny because she doesn't know. She really does not know. Like in real life, you wouldn't know unless you were there. Like,
right.
I mean, Brooke's not going out.
I had to laugh. I was thinking about y'all whenever they made sure that you knew what she was doing. Like they showed her take the bottle, dip it in the water.
Yes, they did.
I was like, oh, okay, they're making sure you get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's smart because now we know that it can be done how she did it, because it's like, and actually it was very smart, steaming the label off. I've done it before, but not drugging somebody, but I have steamed labels off of things. Of envelopes. That's one way of doing it. So it makes sense. So now you have it can be done. You know how it can be done, and it happened. But I just love that Sheila has no idea.
That was so mean.
Oh, it's totally mean.
Of all the stuff she's done so far, that was so cruel. To mess with someone's sobriety. Like that was so mean.
Oh, yeah,
he proved everybody right.
Brooke is
everybody right.
She's she's the queen of rationalization. Brooke is messing with her relationship with her grandson and her son. You're going to mess with that relationship? You're going to mess with your sobriety.
Yep.
Come down from your high horse.
Oh, she is? All right.
I just want to mention.
Trampled on, the horse done pooped on her. She
fell right off of that horse.
Oh my
God. I just want to mention that Lauren St. Victor and Torsten K were on the talk earlier this week with my cousin.
Yes.
On there earlier this week, talking about their roles. They showed an upcoming scene with Akbar, who's on the talk. He was actually he came on and did a little scene and trying to get Carter out the house to go out.
I like
to go out.
I like this character. They need to keep him on.
Me too. He came on, but we don't know.
Joe was like, "Hey, who is that guy?" He knew? I was like, yeah, he knew.
Another black man, another handsome black man. Yeah. I knew him first from the show. The show. Oh my God, the one with the oh my God, look at the show. It's on the Ninja Warrior show. I knew him from Ninja Warrior. I used to love Ninja Warrior. I watched that show every season. And he was one of the co-hosts with Matt Eisman, who I love. And they were doing it together for the longest time. And then when he joined the talk, I was like, oh, I know the guy. He has that last name. I can't pronounce it. African. I can't pronounce it. There's a lot of letters in it. But I know his name is Akbar. So when they said he's going to be on the show with us, they showed the preview. I was like, oh, he's on the show. I think he's on for a couple of days. He was pretty good. I think he did a couple of scenes. He was pretty good. So
the Paris is looking around him.
I know.
You know what?
When they bring on. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I was just going to say, Tami, every time a guy likes her, like she likes chasing, and then when they actually like her, then she's like, ooh, I don't like him that much now.
Yeah.
Ooh, like, because she was all flirty with Thomas, right? And then she's like, oh, but I don't like you. So sorry, buddy. That's what
you knew him from. Yes, it was Ninja Warrior. He was Ninja Warrior for several seasons. than this. He's very, very affable guy, very everything. He's hot. He's hot. I think he's an ex-athlete of some sort. I mean, they all are. They all are. It reminds me of a homeboy who showed up this week on General Hospital, Stephen A. Smith. Whenever he shows up, Brick shows up. I'm like, oh, it's Brick. So they always, the sports guys. They actually can act a little bit. But he was fine. I thought kind of fun. Actually, it's kind of fun to see them have friendships. We don't see a lot of friendships on soaps. We're starting to see some. On some soaps do better than others. But like, let's see some friendships. It's like, I mean, Carter is this guy, he's a single guy, so to speak. I'm sure he has friends. I'm sure he has friends out there besides Ridge. And now they brought someone else on. You guys show that, as an
you know what? I got it, James.
Tell me.
Your role should be Brooke's best friend because she needs help. She needs somebody to go, girl,
Girl, come on, girl.
You getting off course. Getting off course.
Exactly. I would set her straight. I would set her. I'll be her BFF. I would set her. I'd love to work with Captain Kelly Lang.
She's gonna be like, get that man out of this house.
Hello, thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing, bitch? Come on, work it out. You're Brooke Logan Forrester. Come on. Yes, I remind her. I'd love it. Trust me, I'm still waiting for my 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the show. I have
a question.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not. Scott Clifton, his voice has changed. He's got this deeper register thing going on. I don't know if it's from lifting all the weights and like he's not Liam. He's Liam.
Yeah. I've noticed he's a little different now.
Yeah.
I think his balls have dropped finally. So now he's a man. And so now it's reflective in his voice.
Jail was good for him.
It'd be a jail, exactly.
I forgot about that.
He was in jail, folks. I mean, it's funny because there was one scene they also brought. They had Bill on for one episode this whole time we were gone.
And Bill.
Yeah, and Bill, they were talking about that, and he was saying, I don't want that guy with our grandchild. Get
rid of him.
You were in jail too, though. Like you did something like it's just I can tell anybody who yells at me on General Hospital. Everybody's done something bad on the show. Everybody's cheating on everybody. It's like you almost have to kind of put that aside. Like seriously, you kind of almost have to put that aside because every single person has been horrible on the show. Whether they're the good guy or the bad guy. Liam, I mean, we always flip-flop over here all the time. They're all horrible. They're all horrible. That's what it is. They just all are. They all are.
It's true.
It is. So I always go, I just ignore all that and see what the actions are as they go on. That's why I was laughing at Ridge going, that's what he gets. Because he was in everybody else's business, just hounding people. We were on this show going, God, Ridge, come on. Ridge and Brooke were just like, they were the town criers, just going to town. And the British are coming. And so now they can taste their own medicine. That's what they get. That's like, Ridge, that's what you get. Your kids are like, me, mommy. And that's what you get.
I get it. Okay. I get it. Brooke and Ridge are hypocrites. I get it. Brooke went nuts because of what Quinn did. And now look what she did. I get it. But like James said, I just kind of let that go because I love Brooke.
Yes, we love Brooke.
So I just give her a pass.
Me too. We love Brooke.
I can't help it.
I think I guess they're all agreeing with me. I'm just saying that on all soaps, it's kind of this thing when you have long histories, we've all done shady shit. I mean, everybody's. I mean, just this point. So us. I know when we do these recasts, we try to go with just like the latest stuff and kind of go, okay, what's going? Not saying we're ignoring the history, but it's kind of like we've all done something bad. But what are the actions now? Because two wrongs don't make a right. So that's always my other thing too. So because they did wrong, I did chuckle because of Ridge getting railed at by his grown children, about mommy and daddy. I mean, it's just kind of, it made me laugh.
So annoying.
It was annoying. It was totally annoying, but made me laugh.
I do agree with Sheila. Oh. I think it's insane that Deacon actually thinks that Brooke would leave Ridge for him. What y'all? I mean, I can't process that. Like, what is he thinking? Like, she's been in love with him for decades. Okay, like what? She's just gonna leave her whole life and everything for Deacon.
Well, because Taylor's in the picture, who knows the musical chairs how it's going to go? Because, and Deacon's seeing that. Him and Taylor ain't seen together yet, so they haven't seen each other or whatever yet. But he knows she's in town. So, and in reality, he hasn't done really anything to break them up. Not rigidly. He's not doing anything. Not really. He just shouldn't be there for his daughter. But he hasn't, until the kiss and stuff. He really hasn't done anything.
James.
Until the kiss.
His ass could have left the house. He
I'm saying
didn't
until
have
the
to
kiss.
sleep in Ridge's bed.
That's what I'm saying.
Ridge's bed.
That's what I said. Until the kiss, Deacon was just sitting back, and they're destroying their own stuff because Ridge was being a blustering fool. So it's like they were doing their own stuff. And with Taylor showing up now all of a sudden back, there's a whole musical chairs thing that Deacon could win by default.
There are myriad fantasies. Okay. We have Taylor's fantasy of her family reuniting that they're trying to play out. We have Deacon's fantasy. It's Hope's fault. She's the one that reached out to him in prison and started writing him. Once that connection was made, Deacon's fantasy of their family being one big happy family started. Sheila's got her fantasy about, you know, her relationship with her grandson and son and how it's all Brooke's fault. There's all these fantasies going on.
And Deacon hasn't changed, and neither has Sheila. So I'm thinking there's going to be a blow up between Hope and Deacon eventually, because you know how Hope is.
I think Deacon has changed.
I think Deacon has changed, and him drinking.
Explain
Yeah,
that.
no, he has, because he hasn't done anything.
No, not really.
He won't leave her alone. He hasn't done anything. He won't. He shows up every 5 minutes.
Manipulative. He hasn't done anything manipulative. I mean, he okay.
What?
So
y'all are killing me.
For like 2 seconds and realized this isn't a good idea.
Right.
And
he didn't try to sleep with her. He didn't try to sleep with her.
No.
Oh well, he didn't try to take advantage of her while she was asleep.
Which that means he would have, but he said he would have back in the day.
Yeah.
True. That's right. That is true.
I'm saying by changing, he would have back in the day. He totally would have back in the day.
And if I was Deacon and Brooke was drinking and said, "Have a drink with me. Come on." I'd be okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I think that's what bothered Hope, was like, you said that he tried to stop you, but ultimately he drank with you.
Yeah.
You know, Hope is going to circle back to Deacon right quick.
Oh, she is.
And she's probably going to ask him, why didn't, okay, fine. You were worried. You put her in bed. Why didn't you leave?
He was worried about it. He didn't want to see anything happen to her overnight. He could say that.
Why didn't he call someone?
Why didn't he call Hope?
Why didn't he call?
Hey, your mom's not good. You need to get up here.
But he got caught up in the fantasy.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
He got caught up in the fantasy.
But
it wasn't intentional. It wasn't manipulative.
He fell in the vortex, Tami.
Yep, he did. He did.
You know what? I can't even blame him, because she like giggled and he just fell right in.
He sure did. He sure did. That Brooke giggle.
Her in the burgundy robe, laughing on the couch. I was like, oh my God, they're having such a good time.
Oh, they had a good time. A great time. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, they look.
I wrote that.
So much fun.
I said, Kathy Kelly Lang is having the best. I wrote that. She's like, she is working it out right now. She's having, and she was laughing. It looked like so much fun. I had a party too. Shit.
She's so good. I can't handle it, because when she the next day and then the couple days afterwards, you can just see how she's so tormented, and I'm like crying for her, like, oh, why'd you do that? Why? Like,
she's Brooke.
I agree with Tami. When when Taylor did come in, I believed that she was concerned. She was concerned, like, are you okay, Brooke? Blah, 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 because she could tell. But it was also to get the gossip. I'm sorry, guys.
Totally. I was being facetious.
Yeah.
But I believed her acting.
Yeah. Me too.
Like, she seemed concerned. Like, you don't look very good. Are you sure you're okay?
I mean,
I was like, okay.
They're frenemies. They're total frenemies. And that's what it is. Where you're like, where it's kind of like, I mean, girl, you step aside and get my man. But at the same time, we are part of this big family. So I don't want anything really bad to really happen to you.
Right.
You know what's frustrating? Well, Ridge frustrates me 24/7.
Every day, all day.
Yeah, but also with Hope. Brooke keeps saying, I don't know why I slipped. I don't know why I wanted to drink so bad. It happens. You know, it's okay. It's part of, you know, it's addiction and you do slip. No, you don't just slip. There's a trigger. There's always a trigger. You just don't from one moment to the next go, I'm going to drink a bottle of vodka. Something triggers it. And she keeps saying that, like, I don't understand. I haven't wanted to drink for how long?
Well, remember, Rich asked her, are you craving anything now? She goes, no. I'm not craving a drink. I'm not craving a drink. Not
and
at
no
all.
one's listening to her. No one's saying, okay, well, let's look into that. What triggered you?
This family doesn't listen. You know that. They never listen.
How are they going to figure it out? When she was pouring bottles in the plant. I was like, oh, that poor plant.
I said, that's why I said, don't pour in the plant.
And I'm like, no, that's the evidence.
Exactly. I said, don't pour in the plant. It's the plant's fault. Candace Mack says, hey, everyone. Okay, Tami looks like she's on the Forrester Creations board. But no, I'm like, the Taylor's recovery too. You got Taylor's recovery also. But I'm like, don't pour in the plant. Don't ruin the plant. The vodka. Her fake Ciroc.
Texas kill on General Hospital, James.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, that yes. That one too. I'm like, oh my god. I see booze waste. I see booze wasted anyway. This bothers me. Like, give it to James Lott Jr. I'll take it.
Do you think it's gonna come out, or do you think she's not gonna get caught? Because Quinn also did that to Brooke and never got caught.
They got caught. It could happen. I don't know how to go connect the dots. I just don't know how they're gonna do it.
I know. I was like, there goes the evidence.
They're all dumb, so I don't know how to go. They keep showing the bottle. Every time Sheila goes to El Giordano, she looks, look at those bottles. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do it unless Deacon figures it out. I think
it's gonna be Douglas. Douglas is the truth.
Why not? Shit, why not?
Yeah, Douglas is gonna be the one to reveal something.
Yeah. Why not? Give it to the kid. I mean, why not? I would not be surprised whatsoever. But I just think it's a great umbrella story. Now I know people are upset. I'm not missing Flo and anybody. I'm sorry. I know other people are. They're getting upset, but they'll get back to them. You know, I think right now they're really establishing this storyline, and then they always do. So people get breaks. Some folks are off for a while, get breaks, they come back. So it's a half-hour show. So I think, hopefully, that's my thought, they're going to start bringing some of the other folks back. But right now, you know how they do. It's the story right now. It's like
I'm sure they'll come back.
They'll come back.
I miss the Bill and Wyatt Liam banter.
Yeah. And Bill's
Wyatt's funny.
He's fun. I feel like Bill has to get involved too, though.
Yeah.
There's a whole Bill. They said they had him on once or twice. Is there a camera at the restaurant? Susan Rooster just brought that up.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, but how are they going to tie it back to?
I don't know.
Someone in the chat, I think it was maybe Candace. Well, someone said Sheila's going to probably try it again and catch her in the act. Because maybe she'll think it didn't work. Her plan didn't work, so try it again.
They're like, oh no, Deacon will get blamed, but he'll know Sheila did it. So there's this possibility. I mean, or he tries to stop her, becomes a hero.
Oh, this could go two ways.
Yes.
He could be the hero, or they can assume that he worked with Sheila, because they're never gonna believe him when he says, I didn't have nothing to do with it. They're gonna be like, yeah, right. Y'all are besties. Y'all are always together. So, it could go either way.
And that's what I'm saying. Deacon has tried to change because he didn't want to be he wants to really be there for him. He wants to be there for his family. He doesn't want to be part of this whole shenanigans. but he keeps getting pulled. Sheila's not always relentless, but she's always hitting on him and everything. I mean, it's just like he wants Brooke and Hope and the whole family thing. That's what he wants.
Well, he ain't getting it. Okay, now he's acting like a little kid.
See, I don't know. I think he might get it.
He's not
For a
getting
minute,
it.
at least.
Because you know why? Because Tami knows Brooke cannot rest. If Ridge is with Taylor, Brooke cannot rest. She will ride a horse into a building. Like, she don't care. If she can't rest if he's with Taylor. She will do anything to get them apart. They might have a fling, but he ain't keeping her.
Also, someone says, the guy who delivered the bottle, it should have been me. That's no story. The guy who delivered the bottle, he's out there somewhere. You don't know any different, but maybe there's somehow somebody runs. I mean, the thing is with these soaps, these are soaps, Tami. Sometimes the smaller characters, they come back later. You just never know what like I said, I'm trying to figure out what the connection will be to get this, because this really is an interesting storyline, because Sheila does not know what's going on. Before, usually you see the result of your action. She hasn't seen it. So maybe she does try, it didn't work. They're still together. Let me try one more time. Like, you never know, right? Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If there is a camera, like above the bar,
right,
it will show her take 2 bottles.
Yes.
And then like an hour later or whatever, come back
with a
and
bottle.
put those 2 bottles back
yes.
where they were. So, I mean, that doesn't prove anything, but it proves she had the bottles at one point.
And tampered with them. If someone's smart, possibly they could. I was watching Days this week, and I will say they're very smart this week, actually. People were putting things together. I'm like, they're not usually smart. So every once in a while, the show them.
I was trying to think who's smart.
Like they're not. They have a story like this mask thing, and people are beating themselves on Days. And some folks at Abigail were figuring things out. They're figuring stuff out faster than they normally do. So every once in a while, because all the cops and things in all these shows are always horrible. They never kick anybody. But some folks sort of put things together faster on that show. So I'm like, well, Bold, they can do that too, where someone puts 2 and 2 together, and maybe Sheila silences them. Maybe like I said, maybe somebody totally out of it. Maybe Katie finds out. Maybe Taylor finds out. Like, it could be.
I want Katie back.
I know. We need Katie back. So I'm saying it's an umbrella story, so it could go anywhere at this point. That's what I kind of like about it. They can go anywhere. So Sheila makes the soap industry. I agree. But right now, I love the fact that she doesn't know what's going on. It's killing her. She doesn't know what's going on. And Taylor ain't giving nothing up. Taylor like, no, bitch. We're getting that. No, we're good.
I love that it's killing Steffi and Thomas, too. That Bridge won't tell them what is going on with Brooke.
Yep.
It is killing them. They're like, does it have anything to do with Deacon? Does it have anything to do with Deacon?
Do you think Ridge is going to say something to Taylor?
Ooh.
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's trying to be loyal. Because he's like, okay, if you don't want him to know, I won't say nothing.
But he could tell, like in a moment of closeness. He could. Because he could. So I don't know.
Because that would be the ultimate betrayal.
Yes.
Yes.
From Brooke's eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And from mine, the ultimate.
And from mine, and the most important is Tammy's eyes. It's most important. From her eyes. She's like, I'm done. I'm done, Torsten. I'm done.
Done with Ridge for so long.
Yes, I know.
You're right, Tami. You're right. Nope. Because all of this is Ridge's fault. Love Torsten, but all of this is Ridge's fault. The whole thing. Because he made the dynamic. He's always like, okay, you know what? I'm mad at you, so I'm going to her. He's made everybody so insecure that Brooke, as soon as she sees Taylor, she's immediately insecure.
That's true. Where did he go twice during the holiday season when he was fighting with Brooke? Supposedly Steffi, but Taylor was there. And he was happy that Taylor was there, he said. And he stayed with Taylor while she was there.
And he did the same thing with Shauna. Like every time he's mad at Brooke, he'd run over there and see Shauna.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
I know. I know. So that was your bold, basically, because that's what happened. That was your bold for. I'm going to cut out that the earlier thing that Tami did earlier. But I mentioned
that was good, Tami. That's how I felt.
No, trust me, I was screaming at the TV when they kissed the first time. Like, what? So we are going to. Oh, there's a question for Tami. Apparently, can Ridge do anything that would change your mind, Tami? She already saw it already. Yes.
Yeah, he can fall down and hit his head, and then
fall out of another helicopter.
And the tumor will get removed, and he'll be a different person.
There you go.
If he starts talking to mannequins, then we'll know, okay, well, this is not, there's something going on.
He could, I don't know, look up the definition of loyalty. He can maybe just be loyal once in his life.
What's the fun? There's no fun in that.
Yes.
Well, don't worry, because it's coming. Don't worry. The triangle's coming. They're going to destroy Hope and Liam.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to destroy Brooke and Ridge.
It's coming. It's totally coming. And Hope and Stephanie won't be friends anymore either. It's going to destroy that whole dynamic. And Taylor's going to
destroy Finn. Her relationship. Don't even worry, because
he'll run to Sheila. Sheila will be right there to pick it up. And Taylor's going to say, let's go get my grandson Douglas around from the coven of witches that is Logan's. He's like, let's get them. They're ready. I'm Logan coven. I'm Logan bitches. He's like, they're ready. Mm-hmm.
I miss the coven.
Me too. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. They want to take the clutches of these coven bitches. They're going to take it, get them out. So I'm telling you, woo, somebody said he should bring Bridget back for all this too, especially that's a whole.
Oh, I was hoping they would.
Me too. I would love to have her back. That post story. That would be crazy. But right now, we got enough people out there. We need to integrate the rest of the cast. We need to have Bill in it.
Yeah.
We need Shauna and Quinn in it.
And what's Eric doing?
Right, exactly.
The whole storyline is
and what he fired Donna. How dare you make him fire Donna?
I know.
I'm still mad about that.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a lot. There's a lot that can go. So folks, we are here. We'll be here on Sundays. Oh, my camera just came down. We'll be here on Sundays. We are 11 o'clock. So
we're gonna drag Tami and make her be on.
We're gonna drag her, make her be on. Yes, it's our show. It's crazy talk show. It's crazy talk. But we're here. Tami Goveia, where can they find you?
So Insta, Tami.Goveia, and Twitter and Facebook, Tami Goveia.
And also thank you for everybody again I have her on the show right now. Last year in my top 20 shows of all time, and she didn't even do that many of them. Apparently, Some Like a Classic was a big hit. Daytime Today, which is being rebranded, folks. I'm going to bring that soon to you guys. I'm rebranding it right now. But that was a hit last year. And her Voices of Daytime, it was a hit last year. So Tami, congratulations. All 3 shows did very well for us actually last year. You didn't do that many episodes, and people like you. They really like you. Yes. So thank you for that. And of course, she's on my audio dramas too. So is Amanda. So Amanda, where can I find you and your podcast?
You can find me on all the socials at The Bold and Beautiful Podcast. And we are actually working on our own YouTube channel for the podcast.
Oh, good.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And I'll tell y'all all the info probably next week.
See, everybody, we were evolving, we're changing, we're doing stuff. Here on JLJ Media, I have 45 shows. I don't know how that happened. We had a very successful full first year of content. I've done more numbers than ever in my entire life. And this week alone, we are doing the biggest numbers I've ever done. I'm just thankful to you guys for tuning into JLJ Media. I started from scratch. Tami and Amanda know how hard I work behind the scenes. I don't know how I do it, but somehow I do. And I want to thank all of you, because this is all for you. I would not really be here if you literally didn't tune in or listen or watch. So audio listeners, you're just as important as the video people. Everybody's important. It all comes to the bottom line. I'm glad you're enjoying the programming that I'm giving you. So that many of my co-hosts, I'm getting people hosting shows with me and They're bringing their talents, and I'm just very grateful. I don't even know what to say. I started this journey 13 years ago this month at age 40, and I said I'm going to try to do something to change the world, and so hopefully a little bit. I'm changing the world a little bit. So thank you very much for that. And you can follow me where all James Lott Jr. is sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. Thank you to Alexis Torres 7 years ago. So let me use that. That was her phrase. Let me use it. Go follow her at aTorres890. She's a great person. And everyone out there, please be safe as you can. Please be careful. Go sign up and get your free COVID test from the government. Just go on and you can get them. It took 5 seconds. You get 4 tests per household. Go get them, have them. I just have some of my own that I got from other places. They're hard to find now. So get it's free. I'm urging everybody to go get them and have them in your homes just in case. And we will see you all next week.